Hello, once again, I'm Valerie Brown, and part of my background that I talked about earlier is being a Chicago public school teacher, assistant principal, and principal. My academic background is actually I have a bachelor's education, um, so it's for Spanish, for teaching, and for history. And in addition to that, I have a master's degree in elementary administration and supervision from the state of Illinois. Along with that background that I have, the mentoring program, I'm a certified state mentor through the Illinois Principal Association, and I am also a nationally certified mentor as well with the National Association of Elementary School Principals, which is the basis of how I do my mentoring at this time. Um, One of the things that the mentoring program started with the state as well as the National Association of Elementary School Principals is the fact that many new principals were struggling that first year, and in many cases we were trying to reverse the trend of, in many cases, principals um, tend to work only 5 years before they quit. And so one of the things they did to help those principals was to start these mentoring programs to give them a foundation and someone to work with them and coach them their first years, hoping to reverse the trend of principals leaving the profession after 5 years. So what happens is when I work with a new principal, I go in first of all just to get a feel, get a walkthrough with that principal, find out what their needs are, and then if there are issues that come up, in many cases, one of the mentoring programs is to help those principals when they are struggling, when they're working with new staff, when they're working with students, any other problems that come up as far as administration is concerned. Most principals have no one to talk to. They tend to have, it's a very lonely job because you are the boss. The buck stops at your desk. So who do principals talk to? Teachers also often talk to other teachers. But who does a principal go to talk to when there's no one to talk to that understands their job as principals? It's a very lonely job. So that's what mentors do, is we're the person that they can come to knowing that, first of all, everything they tell us or work with us about is confidential. We don't share with anyone, including their supervisors. It's just between me and them. And they know that whatever they say won't go any further than me and them. And at that point, I'm able to listen to them with an objective viewpoint, give them suggestions on how to maybe resolve issues, and they just definitely know that they're being safe. It's a safe space. Oftentimes, new principals are very nervous because there is no safe space. I mean, if you have a problem, you're just going to talk to your teachers or your clerks, because the situation may get around the other staff members and creates bigger problems. Whereas they know if they talk to me as their mentor, they know I'm not telling anyone anything. And there have been times, sometimes even their supervisors may decide to come and have a conversation with me and say, by the way, how is so-and-so doing? And I respectfully decline and say, they're doing great. And they say, is there something you want to tell me? And my answer is no, because our conversations are private, and they stay private. And so I'm not going to tell you that principal's struggling. I'm not going to tell you that anything that's negative about that principal, because it's almost like a doctor-patient relationship. It stays between the two of us, and I help them resolve their issues, help them make sure that whatever they're doing by the time they end the school year, they end on a good note, that they're set for success to start the next year of their mentorship. And so that's the other part I happen to like to do, because when I first became a principal, I had friends and colleagues who also mentored me. And they did the same thing for me, and so now I'm paying it forward to a new generation of principals. And I do enjoy doing that, helping them knowing that when they leave me after a year of mentorship, they're well on their way, and they're going to stick around more than 5 years. So thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Have a great day.